Colorado is here. Transportation has always been a key issue for the isolated city of Denver. Well, with Dr. Colorado here to help us discuss transportation, we're going to talk about how it's helped to shape the mile-high city ever since it almost died for lack of railroads, because a lot of the railroad activity is up north, right?
Well, right. And when the Transcontinental Railroad bypassed Denver for Cheyenne, Wyoming, it looked like Denver was going to die. The Cheyenne newspaper said Denver is too close to Cheyenne to ever amount to anything.
Oh my goodness, and then the tables turned, of course,
right,
and Denver became the place to be.
And half the city of Denver moved up to Cheyenne, but later moved back.
Yeah, so tell us just about that process. What was that like, and why did things shift so much?
Well, once the railroad arrived, once one of them comes in with the connection with the main line up in Cheyenne, 3 or 4 others, and ultimately you have like 100 different trains in Denver.
Wow. And when the trains did arrive here in Denver, was that just an immediate population boom and everything changed?
Yeah, it's incredible, Amelia. It was like 5,000 stuck at that in the 1860s. All of a sudden it goes to 35,000. And by 1890, Denver is bigger than Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Than any city in Texas.
Wow.
Over 100,000 people, all because of that railroad boom.
Wow, and with people taking trains here, you know, experiencing the West and getting to see what it feels and looks like to live on the Front Range here in Colorado, how could they not try to, you know, stick around, right? So let's switch things over to airplanes now, because our airport drives me crazy that I have to go all the way out east, an hour past all the construction to get out to DIA, but this is a second incarnation of our airport, right?
It's great to be talking about airplanes with Amelia Earhart herself.
This is a favorite topic of mine.
Right. Yeah, you know, the whole center of gravity is shifted towards the airport. Every time you drive out there, there's some new development going on. And the biggest hotel in the state now is there.
That's right. That's right, and it's got its own skyline to it. When you look out at DIA, you know, with the big peaks and tents and the big blue horse with the flaming red eyes, right? So everything continues to change and evolve. So how did passenger service at DIA evolve through the years?
Well, it's got less and less comfortable. Or maybe I've got bigger and bigger. But the seats seem to get smaller and smaller every year. I can't remember when Continental used to have a little cocktail lounge at the end. You could get up and walk around and go buy a drink at the end. But that didn't last long for some reason.
No, and flying was such a big event. I mean, we were looking at those images of a red carpet being rolled out in front of a United plane. And then here we've got these, you know, folks who are dressed up in their beautiful coats and hats. And now we see people in sweatpants. I still like to dress up when I go on airplanes. But so let's talk about how high-flying Denver's air age aspirations were. I mean, was Denver really ambitious when it came to building our airport?
Right. The hope was we'd become the air hub of the Rocky Mountain region, maybe the whole country. There's maps showing Denver as the hub for the whole universe. And even in that tent top glows at night, even vehicles from outer space would know that DIA was the place to land. Isn't this a great map, Amelia? You see that black spot? That's Denver, the real hub of the universe.
I was going to say, that makes it look like the center of the world right there, because all roads lead to Denver, right?
Right.
Oh, I love that. That does put an interesting perspective on it. Now, when it comes to the future of where we're going with aviation and the growth of DIA, I mean, we constantly get voted on the top of those lists, right? Best airport in the country for food or for the recreational activities you can reach while coming here. Well, the big change from Stapleton, I didn't live in Denver when that took place, but what was that like to see that shift? Were people excited about the new airport?
Well, somewhere the crowds, of course, you were less excited about, but went to the 5th busiest airport in the country now, and I think 8th busiest in the world. So the result is you have long lines, but you do have direct flights to almost anywhere you want to go.
That is true, and it seems like they're adding more and more direct flights each, couple months. DIA makes a big announcement of where we can travel to. So what about you? What are your favorite spots to travel to?
Oh, I love that Hawaii flight. My wife's family is from Kauai. I'm so glad United now has a direct flight from Denver to Kauai, Lahui.
Yeah, I love it. Well, there's so many places in the world to travel to, and of course, our airport can get you there. What about this? Any big events coming up for you? Any talks or speeches that we need to know about? Yeah,
check out that drcolorado.com. I'm going to do a St. Patrick's Day tour of Irish pubs and churches.
Okay. And there's a big history there for Denver as well. All right. Well, for Dr. Colorado's tours, talks, books, and classes, check out dr-colorado.com.